What up everyone, Edgar with All One Solar Shine. So right now we are at a local Home Depot. It could be a Lowe's, it could be a Home Depot. It may even be an Ace, depending on what you have in your area, but definitely you want to be a spot that you know is going to carry roofing supplies, roofing equipment. Why? Because we're going to be looking at a harness. All right, so we're going to come in here, we're going to look at the local harness that they have at this Home Depot, show you guys what I look for, show you guys, you know, what you need, especially when it comes to safety equipment, being on the roof, and that fall protection. All right, you want to make sure you are being prepared. You want to make sure you have what you need. So let's quickly go in, let's see what they got.
So what are you looking for?
Taking a quick look at these ladders. On the new van, I don't have a ladder rack yet, so I don't have the ability to carry one of these bad boys. I do have the shorter ladders inside the van, the ones that actually fold down. Those are ready, I already purchased those. So I have the ladder rack already in order. I'm waiting for it to arrive, that way we can install it. But I just quickly wanted to go over this for you guys. Like I've stated in other videos as well, this is obviously gonna tell you, you know, how long this ladder is. And it's gonna tell you also the weight capacity of the ladder. So that way, you know exactly, you know, what this ladder can hold officially, you know, what the manufacturer states it can hold. Remember though, it's not just the body weight. So take this one for an example. If I'm 200 pounds and then I have, I don't know, a backpack or I have a tool bag that's gonna be 60 pounds, that means I'm gonna be at 260 total weight and I'm gonna be too much for this ladder, okay? So you wanna make sure that what you weigh plus whatever you're carrying, so even if you're carrying material as well with you, if you're carrying roofing material or if you're carrying, I mean, I don't know if you'll be carrying concrete, but if you're just carrying other things with you up the ladder, you have to take all that weight into consideration. The aluminum ladder, which is a 250 right here, and this fiberglass ladder is, it's upside down, but it's 300. So that gives you an idea also that the aluminum is gonna be a less capacity than a fiberglass. Same thing with this one. That's a 28 footer. This guy right here, 32 footer, okay? So you have a 32 foot aluminum right here, and then you have a 32 foot fiberglass right next to it. On my first van, if you guys remember, I have a fiberglass ladder. The reason why I went with fiberglass at the time is because fiberglass, it's also intended to not conduct electricity. We're working with solar panels, which are electrical. These ladders are very high, so in case you're in those neighborhoods where you have overhead power lines, you know, that can be an issue. And so by working with the fiberglass ladder, you're just that much more safer when it comes to electrical problems, electrical issues. Aluminum is very highly conductive to electricity. So if it hits a power line or if something's wrong with the solar panels and there's electrical current, it can go through the ladder and ultimately go to me. That is the pro about it, the whole electrical issue. But the con about it is I can literally pick up this aluminum ladder with one hand. I cannot do that with the fiberglass ladder, okay? The fiberglass ladders are extremely heavier, especially the higher you go, the heavier it is. So like a 28 footer, you'll be able to maneuver it more than a 32 footer. But like this 40 foot ladder, it's extremely tall, it'll be extremely heavy. So you always wanna make sure when you're handling these, you're handling them in a 2-person crew, all right? All right, fellas, so we're actually here. This is exactly what we need. This is a 6-foot lanyard, okay? So like you have seen me on the carports when you're inside the lift. It's literally just 6 feet of rope that you're gonna tie yourself from one end and put yourself on the back end, right? So if you fall, you're just working with this area right here. So it's something that's gonna be just very short distance, you know, keep you just in that one little area you're working in. But like I said, I use these when I'm on the lift and I'm doing carports. I don't use this specific lanyard on roofs, because when you're on roofs, you have a lot more room that you're working with. When it comes to the roofs, I'm actually using the ropes, right? Here's something that's very similar to the rope. So that lanyard was 6 feet, this is gonna be 11 feet. You're gonna attach this to wherever you wanna attach it to. This is a retractable one, so think of it as a seat belt, okay? So if you're walking, you're moving everywhere, but what's great about this is when you're walking towards this, it's gonna start coming back. You're always gonna be having tension on it. And then if you slip, it locks into place, like I said, like a seat belt. So if I'm walking, I slip, boom, I'm not going anywhere now, okay? So these are great. The only difference is the majority of these are gonna come like in a shorter distance. I probably haven't seen one that's more than like 25 feet. 25 feet in my case just doesn't really work, especially because of the anchors. The anchors in my situation, when you're doing solar panel cleaning, they're not going to be on the roof half the time. I just did a video the other day, yesterday actually, and we actually had an anchor, you know, down at the ground, had a column. We can also anchor to fences that are concreted into the ground. You can anchor to the ladder rack of your van. You can anchor to the rim of your vehicle. You can anchor to many different, you know, spots along the yard if you don't have a roof anchor, okay? This is a roof anchor right here. The only problem with these roof anchors is you have to actually drill or nail into the roof. So if you're not a certified roofer, or if you don't have experience doing this, and if your client doesn't want you nailing or roofing into the roof, you know, sometimes you can't go this route. It'd be great if every single roof had this. It'd be great if every installer, whether it's a roofing installing company or whether it's the solar panel installing company, they went and installed this because they're already on the roof. You know, that'd be extremely helpful. If this was there, I could easily use this because I'm closer to the roof, right? I'm closer to the solar panel, sorry. But because I'm not closest to the solar panels, I do have to go with the rope. A universal harness, all right? What does a universal harness look like? It's gonna be very simple. You're gonna put it on very similar to like a backpack. There's many different harnesses out there. The only thing that changes is the comfort level of them. Some right here have like gel straps so that you're very comfortable. Gel straps around the waist. Others have your D-ring, not just in the back, but also on the side. So in case you're, for example, let's say gutter cleaning, you know, when you're walking down the side of the house, you don't have the tension pulling you from the back, it'll pull you from the side. So there's many different commodities, I guess you can call it, in, you know, and what separates one harness from the next. But the harness that you really want is always gonna be a 3-point harness. So you're gonna be, you know, harnessing in right here. That's 1. And obviously your legs are gonna be 2 and the other one 3. But this is how you would put it from the top, okay? You wanna make sure you tighten everything so it's nice and tight. Quick tip, all right, when you're putting on harnesses, don't have things in your pockets, especially cell phones. You can either, 1, if you do fall, you can break the glass of your cell phone. And 2, when this is on, it's extremely uncomfortable, right? It's very tight. So having things in your pockets just makes it that much more uncomfortable. And there you go, all right? You're gonna be adjusting the straps from, you know, that way everything's nice and tight. Both in here, both right here, and your legs. You wanna be able to, when you sit down, you still want to, you don't want any of this sagness right here, the slack. You really want it to be tight. That's basically gonna be what a harness looks like. But like I said, this ring right here can also be on the side. That way you're able to have 3 connections for your roof. Yeah, these comes in different sizes. This one right here is probably a medium or large. That's typically what they come in. All right, but you can also do like an extra large. You can do maybe even a 2X, depending on the size, you know, your size. But regardless of whatever size you get, you want to make sure it fits. If I know I'm a medium large, I don't want to be going into an extra large harness because I'm going to have a lot of slack everywhere. Okay, you want this to be nice and tight. All right, so once you find the harness that fits, once you find the one that, you know, that works for you, some places do sell them like in a kit. Out here in Home Depot, you can definitely you can't get this kit. I don't know if the brand is going to be the same in every Home Depot, but basically what this kit comes with, it's going to come with your harness, the one that I just showed you. It's going to come with 50 feet of rope, and it's going to come with the roof anchor. All right, like I stated earlier, I typically don't use the roof anchor, but I do need the rope, I do need the harness, and hey, for the price that it is, it's a good price, so I just take the kit. I can also use this bucket for what? For gutter cleaning. All right, so I can make use of all this stuff, get some good value out of it. All right, fellas, so there you have it. Some quick details about ladders, you know, what I use, what to look out for, and also some details as well for your harness, right? There's different types of harnesses, but when it comes to different types, it's gonna be just different commodities, how you want it to feel, the extra support, the extra cushion, the gel, the no gel, this and that. See what your budget allows for, and just make sure you get the right one that fits, and go from there. That's really all you need, all right? This is what I'm working with right here. Like I said, it's all about just fall protection. Just make sure you are also aware that you are getting a fall protection harness and not a harness that's gonna help you climb up the trees or a harness to go rock climbing. All right, those are all different types of harnesses, okay? You're looking for a fall protection harness. That way, in case you slip, you have the rope holding you. That way you're not sliding off the roof. So as always, if you guys have any questions, drop them in the comments below. I appreciate you watching. If you need guidance, if you need help, if you have any questions and you wanna hop on a call, pay attention to the description below. There is a clarity link, okay? Click on that clarity link. You'll be able to schedule a call be able to get on the phone with me one-on-one, give you all the time that you need, that way I can go through all the questions that you have and give you any guidance that you may need. Have a good one, y'all. Peace.